Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today. I am Dion Badenhorst, a competitive swimmer from Okotoks, Alberta, which is in Canada. Um, so I had a meet over the weekend in Lethbridge. It was just a casual meet, first of the season. Um, and I'll be looking over the races to see as the season progresses what I can do better in each of them. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to be doing all 4-stroke 50s, starting with 50 fly. So in this 50 fly, I'm in lane 2. You'll notice off the dive, I have a very round back. That's due to a lack of flexibility. But with that said, I don't have a horrible dive. We do the flyover dive that Caleb Dressel does, but I have a much I push my arms a lot more forward than perhaps some of my teammates, which do more of a butterfly stroke to come over. That's just personal preference. I found that I either overthrew or underthrew my arms when I had the straighter arms, so I just decided a pushover would be better. So my dive looks very similar to that of Caleb Dressel's. One thing I could work on in my dive is getting my feet together. You'll notice on some of these dives I did that, but some of them were not so bad, such as this one. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm in lane 2 here. Alright, so yeah, my feet come out, but then they come back together. Good entry into the water. That looks like 6 kicks. Could have maybe had more, but off this first breakout stroke, I'm very high over the water. That is something I could definitely work on in my butterfly. So butterfly is my best stroke. Though this 50, not my best 50 butterfly, but it's start of the season, so it's to be expected. So I'll just play this whole 25 for stroke count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 into the touch. Okay, 10 strokes. Not bad. I think I had 1 or 2 breaths. I think I had 1 breath there. Yeah. 1 breath into the turn. Okay, so my turn was a little jammed. Yeah, I jammed my turn a little bit. Push off wasn't horrible. Could have definitely done more underwaters. That was only 3 kicks, and then the breakout I was took a breath very quickly. And yeah, other than being high and out of the water, and yeah, my stroke doesn't look too horrible. Okay, let's see how many strokes I have back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 2 more on the way back. I think that's part and credit due to the lack of underwaters that I had. So that's definitely something I could work on, the underwaters off of that second wall. Yeah, I think that's something I could improve on for next time. I could maybe take off 1 breath. I think I had 2 on that last 25. Put my head down for that portion, but had a breath there, and then had a breath right after the breakout. So I could definitely go further underwater off that. Overall, technically not the worst 50. But there's definitely improvements that could be made to shave off at least another second. So my time in that 50 was 27:06, I believe. 27:03. So yeah, improvements can definitely be made. First meet of this season, so it's just experimenting and finding stuff out. So we'll see what I can improve for next time. Now on to the 50 backstroke. Alright, so I'm back here for 50 backstroke. So I am in lane 3 for this one. You'll notice this was for our relay. This was on the final day of the meet, so the body was hurting a little bit. Yeah, I'd say backstroke is my second best stroke. It's between backstroke and freestyle for my second best stroke. But I'd say this was the best out of my 450s for this meet. So I do not practice my backstroke starts very often. They're not the best out there, but I actually thought this backstroke start was pretty good. My back is bent a little. I'm coming up out of the water nicely, and then yeah, I'd say not the worst start. Could have maybe not dragged my feet as much, but not the worst start ever. Then that's 8 kicks. Not a bad breakout. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Okay, so 14 strokes into the turn. It's actually a pretty nice turn in terms of distance from the wall and power pushing off, although I don't think I capitalized off this underwaters enough. I had 5, 6. Yeah, I only had 6 kicks. I can definitely push for closer to 8 to 10 kicks off that. But then coming back, I had 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then not a good finish. I had no power into the finish. I was just weirdly on my side, but I definitely had a lot more strokes coming back, so I don't know if that was due to a lack of stroke efficiency or lack of underwaters, or it was most likely both. I think I could have been pulling more water on this second 50, but could have also been further underwater off of that wall. Came up at probably 7 meters. So I can definitely go further underwater for that. But overall, not the worst 50 backstroke I've ever had. That is actually a short course best time of 29:31, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't show, but I believe I went 29:31 on that. So short course best time. We'll take that, but there are obvious places that improvements can be made to hopefully get under that 29 mark pretty soon. All right, on to the next one, 50 breaststroke. All right, so I'm back for 50 breaststroke here. You'll notice I'm here in lane 4. I'm not even wearing a race suit since it's a casual meet, and I got into the warm-up pool a bit late, so it's kind of rushed for time, but that wasn't the main reason I decided to not change. I just felt it's a warm-up meet, why not just race in my Speedo? So that is what I did. Okay, so very arched back again, and I believe off this dive my legs were much farther apart. Alright, so yeah, when we enter that water, see those legs? Those are not good. That's a lot of drag. But with that said, I had a pretty good pullout off of that bad entry into the water. Got quite a bit of distance, but obviously could get more if I had a better entry into the water. But my breaststroke is by far my worst stroke. I come up very high in the water. That's something I can definitely work on, and I need to work on driving more forward instead of coming up and then just coming back down again. I also need to work on high elbows to get that power, and yeah, just a lot of room for improvement in the technique of my stroke. But in terms of the race, let's see. So that's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth. So 9 strokes into the wall. That is actually a very good turn. I stayed low in the water. It was quick and I pushed off nicely. Though think I could have gotten a lot more distance off of this turn. I definitely rushed this pullout and wasn't able to get the distance I wanted. And then, yeah, breakout looked pretty good. Again, just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so definitely a lot more strokes on the way back due to a shorter pullout. Final time of 33:69. That is a short course best time, and it's significantly faster than my long course best time, but considering I don't swim breaststroke very often, that's to be expected. But yeah, still a lot of room for improvement. Could probably definitely hit sub 32 by the end of this season with looking at that race and looking where I can improve. So yeah, onto the 50 freestyle. All right, so onto the 50 freestyle here. Let me just rewind. So I am in lane 6 here. So yeah, once again, very arched back. I don't think I have to mention that on every dive. But yeah, let's see off of the dive here how my leg position is. Good entry into the water. My legs are pretty close. One seemed to be a bit higher than the other, but yeah, overall not the worst dive. Much better than my breaststroke dive. So for underwaters, I did 3 kicks. Breakout looked good. The only thing is, with my sprinting freestyle, I have one arm. It's my right arm that I just drive into the water with a high elbow, but with my left arm, I straight arm. So I need to commit to one or the other. I either need to drive both of my arms in with a high elbow, or I need to commit to straight arming both. I'm probably gonna commit to straight arming both, but it just depends what feels nicer. It just looks really weird when one is straight and one is not. I think I could have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more underwater kicks off of that first off of that dive. It could have been beneficial, but let's see now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Yeah, I definitely lost a lot of speed off of that turn. That was an absolutely horrible turn. So if we watch right here. Yeah, no, it's just I'm not sure what it was. I might have been too close into the wall, but I just lost all my speed off of the turn, and I came up after 2 kicks before the flags and had a bad breakout. Just that is what was so bad about this race for me. This was by far the worst out of my 450s, even though freestyle is not my worst of the 4 strokes, especially for the 50. But this was just not a good 50 freestyle for me. Yeah, so you'll notice again the straight arm and not straight arm. So if we count the strokes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, I'm not sure how many I was on the first one, but I was definitely not 23. So I think that's just because I came up way too quickly, and I was also spinning a bit in that 50. I was trying to move my arms faster than I could move them while pulling the full amount of water. I also need to focus on pushing back all the way. That's definitely something I could improve on. Yeah, overall in that 50 freestyle, that's more than a second off of my best time. So there is a lot that could be improved in that 50. Yeah, my final time was 26.57. Yeah, not a great 50 freestyle, but I know exactly where I can improve, so I will implement those for the next competition. This first meet, all about experimentation and finding out like what I can do better what I need to work on, and that's what this analysis video is for. Now, thank you for watching, everyone. If you made it to the end, don't forget to like the video and also subscribe if you want more of this content, or want to see the quality of videos go up. So yeah, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.